Hello. Just farming some blood vials. So it's actually it's actually good to die doing this because there's no way to reset the area except for like teleporting back and forth. So it's better to just, you know, stay in a pretty simple area like this. Yeah, I'm just getting blood vials. But it's better to die because if you die, it's like resetting the bonfire. Instead of having to go back to the dream and then come back here, dying just puts us back at the lamp. And then we just clear this area again and go get our souls. Because we know where our souls are. They're like right around the corner from here. And this is like the beginning area, so as long as we don't get like really reckless, we shouldn't die. And all these guys drop blood vials. I think there's better ways to get blood vials later on in the game, but like for now, this is the easiest way to do it. Dude, the frame lags sometimes. It's something to do with the way the frame rate is built in this game. It's kind of not. So the very first game in this series, Demon's Souls was like the first Souls game. It's super old. And they did they remade it for the PlayStation 5, and I have it. Yeah, look, you can see that there's like frame hitches sometimes. It may not come through in the stream. Anyway, in the first game, there wasn't a flask. In the first Demon's Souls, which was very similar to Dark Souls, the only way to heal was to use grass, and grass was an inventory. See, this guy's got our souls, so there's like no problem dying. But in Demon's Souls, yeah, the only way to heal was to use grass, and you had to farm grass too, just like you have to farm blood vials. Actually, the thing that was a little bit more annoying about it in Demon's Souls was that in Demon's Souls, carrying grass also affected how much you weigh. So it's not that different from this. I think actually, I understand it. The reason that they designed it this way is because this game has a rally system where if we get hit, we can get the health back by attacking. And the game really wants to encourage you, I think, to use that, to be aggressive, and not just use healing items all the time. I think, you know, what they want you to do is use the rally system to get your health back. But this is pretty straightforward. We just do this. I forgot they can attack me through that fence. I think part of the problem that we're having too is that the axe is very slow. And I do want to use a two-handed weapon. I don't like using the gun. But the axe is very slow. And I'm hoping that when we switch to a greatsword, when we finally get one, it'll be a little bit faster. A little closer to the claymore. Yeah, there's these weird frame hitches in this game. I wish that they would have done an HD upgrade. I'm sure they will. There's always a rumor. There's always a rumor that they're going to do an upgraded Bloodborne for PlayStation 5 or for PC, and it never happens. But people are always... There's always rumors that it's going to happen, and I'm sure they'll do it eventually. They'd be crazy not to. The weird thing that I actually can't understand about Bloodborne is that this is a PlayStation 4 game, and most of the big PlayStation 4 games have... I forgot that guy was there. Oh, there's those guys. The axe is pretty slow. The thing that's a little bit weird about Bloodborne is that most of the bigger PlayStation 4 games, like the ones that were successful, most of them have received like a free PS5 update where it's the same game. They didn't change anything, right? It's still the same PlayStation 4 game. But it's, these guys got our stalls. It's the same PS4 game, except the performance is better. Like, it just runs a little smoother. And it's kind of weird that there isn't that. Like, for instance, like Dark Souls 3. Remember we played Dark Souls 3? Dark Souls 3 is it's a PlayStation 4 game. It's not a PlayStation 5 game. But it got updated for PlayStation 5 to run smoother because the PS5 is like a stronger system. And it's just really weird that they never did it to Bloodborne. But it's also kind of it's also kind of typical of From, because From, like, the guy who's in charge of From is this guy named Miyazaki, and he's a genius. He's the guy who, like, he's the reason these games are the way that they are. He's like a complete genius. Yeah, Bloodborne was really popular. It was one of the biggest PlayStation hits. People love Bloodborne. A lot of people think Bloodborne is the best game. People think this is From's best game. People definitely think this is the best designed world, and I understand why. So you've probably noticed it, but like the way they designed this game is there's one lamp. It's so different from the other games. There's one lamp that gets at the beginning of an area, and then the area is like this very big interconnected area where the more you explore it, the more shortcuts you find, and it like wraps around itself, and it's all connected around that one lamp. And that's really cool. That's one of the things that's so cool about Dark Souls that is not... You don't really have that same feeling in Elden Ring, where you're going from like one place to another. In Dark Souls, you're constantly finding like, oh, this thing like folds around on itself in a really cool way. And so people really love Bloodborne's world. People think it's one of the best From games, and it was a huge hit. It's just bizarre they never came back around on it. But it's also very From, because so the guy that is in charge of the studio, Miyazaki, he doesn't like going backward. He's like this hyper creative genius, right? Where he made Demon Souls, he made Dark Souls, and then he wanted to do something else. So he made Bloodborne, and then he wanted to do something else. So they made Sekiro, and then he wanted to try something different, and they made Elden Ring, and like all those games are very different from each other, and they all have very different worlds. He doesn't like doing sequels, and he doesn't like going backwards. And so it's kind of very From to not come back around on it. To just like, no, we're done with, we did Bloodborne. Bloodborne's done now. Let's make Elden Ring instead. Let's make Sekiro instead. So it makes sense. It's very them. But the game would be so great if it was running at 60. And Bloodborne is also the only weird... Bloodborne is kind of the only weird outlier as well, because Bloodborne is the only game, except for the Demon Souls remake, Bloodborne is the only game that you can only play on PlayStation. You can't play it on PC. There's no PC build. So...
What is it you... Very well, let me stand.
How much do we need to level? 6,000, okay. So there's no way to get a Bloodborne that performs better. Like, when Dark Souls 3 was on the PlayStation, and it only ran at 30 frames per second, you could get it on PC, and it ran better on PC. But Bloodborne is a PlayStation exclusive. It does not exist anywhere except for the PlayStation. And there's always rumors that they're gonna release it on PC, and there's always rumors that it's going to be on PC, and there's always rumors that they're going to do either a remake for PlayStation, like Demon Souls, where they upgrade all of it, and it just never shows. But it's crazy that they don't, because Demon Souls, or Bloodborne, was a huge hit. It was a massive hit. And it's, at this point, it's like 8 years old. And so it's kind of bizarre they will. Absolutely, they are going to make a PlayStation 5 version of it. There's just no way they don't. The question is just like, where is it? When is it going to get here? And the other thing to understand about Bloodborne is that Bloodborne is a Sony exclusive. Sony owns the rights to Bloodborne for however long, right? You can't. No, Elden Ring was unique. Nothing is as big as Elden Ring. Elden Ring was fucking colossal. Elden Ring was the biggest hit they've ever released. But Bloodborne was big. But it makes sense because, like, Bloodborne is an exclusive. Sony owns it. You can't release it on any other platform. And it would be insane for Sony to not be investing in a PlayStation 5 version, because Bloodborne sold... Tons of people bought PlayStation 4s just so they could play Bloodborne. So it would be crazy for them to not... to just leave all that money on the table. Elden Ring was huge. I think, like, because it was open world and it had a lot more Elden Ring is like a lot more accessible than these games are, because Elden Ring has all these other systems in it. Like, you know, Elden Ring has got that spirit summoning system where you can like summon a friend, and it's open world, so like if you get stuck in Elden Ring, you can leave and go somewhere else for a while and try something new. And I think all of those things made it really, really I always forget that guy's there. I think all those things made it like really appealing, and it became just a massive hit. People say that Sekiro is the hardest Souls game, and yeah, Elden Ring is a lot less niche, because in Elden Ring you can't get stuck. You can summon a ghost to help you fight, or you can leave and go somewhere else. And also the fantasy of it is really appealing. Like, you know, it's like a medieval British fantasy, whatever. But, so here's the thing, like, people say that Sekiro is the hardest Souls game. And that's not true. Like, I've beat every Souls game using a two-hander and no shield, you know, dodge only, no magic. And I can tell you that Elden Ring is the hardest Souls game. Elden Ring has, by far, the hardest bosses of any Souls game. But the reason...
What is it? Very well, let me...
Hang on, I gotta look at my... The reason that Sekiro is... So, like, if you play the games the way that I play them, right? I think, skill-wise, Elden Ring is the hardest of all the games, without a doubt. Like, Millennia and Radahn are the hardest bosses. Millennia is the hardest boss in any Souls game. Unless there's somebody in this game who's fucking insane, I can tell you right now, Millennia is the hardest boss in any Souls game. She's harder than the last boss of Sekiro. She's easily the hardest boss. But the reason that Sekiro... The reason that Sekiro is harder than... the only decision I don't like in this game is that you can't fast travel from lamp to lamp. Like, I wish you could go from lamp to lamp without going back to the dream. But anyways, the reason that Sekiro is the hardest game for a lot of people is that there are no there's no support structure in Sekiro. There's no summons, there's no magic, you can't go around anything, there's no spirits, you can't summon a friend, you can't summon a ghost. And so the reason people think Sekiro is the hardest game is because Sekiro doesn't have any of the tools that Sekiro doesn't have any of the tools that Elden Ring has. Like, if everybody who played Elden Ring had to beat Millennia by themselves with no magic and no summon, they would believe that Millennia is the hardest boss in Souls games. But they don't have to do it that way. They can summon someone for help. They can... The other thing that's really hard about Sekiro is that the thing about Sekiro is, like, you're either good enough or you're not. Like, you can either beat the boss or you can't. There's no help, no summons, no magic, blah, 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 blah. The other thing that's hard about Sekiro is that in Sekiro, your level doesn't matter at all, right? Like, in Dark Souls, if you're struggling, like if you're stuck somewhere and you can't beat a boss, you can leave and go farm a bonfire for a while, and you can get like more health and more strength, and you can upgrade your weapon, and you can do all this shit, right? And I want to be really clear, if people beat Elden Ring with their friends or they summoned, that's fine. People can play the games however they want. I'm not saying like, oh, the only real way to do it is to do it alive. That's just how I like to play. People can do whatever they want. But the thing about Sekiro that's different is, you know, in this game, if we get stuck, like if I can't beat the next boss, I can go farm. I could like spend a day, I could farm a bunch, and I could upgrade my axe, and I could make myself stronger, and I could give myself more health, and then I take less damage, and eventually I could just cheese the boss. Like I could give myself so many stats that when the boss hits me, I don't die because I have like so much health because I'm such a high level, right? The thing about Sekiro is you get more health and you do up your damage over time. But first of all, you can't farm it. There's only so many prayer beads, and the only way you can do more damage is by getting the memory off of a boss. You've got to beat a boss to get more damage. You can't go out into the world and farm more damage and then go come back and kill the boss. So that's the first thing. But then the other thing about Sekiro is that the combat system in Sekiro, you have to be able to do the deflect mechanism. The only way to beat bosses in that game is to learn their abilities, deflect the right things, and use the correct dodges. It doesn't matter if you've got 100 times more health or if you've got 100 times more attack damage, because you can't hit anybody and they'll still hit you unless you can do the parry system. You have to be able to parry and do the proper dodges, or you just can't beat the game, period. And so because of that and the fact that you can't summon, I think people think it's the hardest game. But if you play all the Souls games without summons and without magic and stuff, I actually don't think it's the hardest one. I think if you play every Souls game like Sekiro, Elden Ring is by far the hardest. If you approach every Souls game as if it is Sekiro, where like you can't summon, right? And you just gotta beat things by getting good, Elden Ring's way harder. Bloodborne's pretty hard too. It's really fast. But so that's why Elden Ring didn't seem like, I mean, it's definitely a hard game. I'm not going to say it's an easy game. But, like, the reason that Sekiro didn't seem like it was so impossible for us to play is because, you know, compared to other Souls games, we've played all those games by ourselves already. Like, the Guardian Ape in that game is one of the hardest bosses in the game. But, like, we've beaten a boss like the Guardian Ape 100 times because that's already how we play Dark Souls. Like, the guy that we fought, remember the first boss in this game that was like a monster that we had to fight on the bridge? Like, that guy's harder than the Guardian Ape is. But we're just used to that. There's something I want to get down here. We didn't get it last night. So down here, there's an executioner and there's a monster. I'm probably going to die doing this, but that's okay. In Dark Souls, there are these lizards that give you crystals for upgrading your weapons. They're kind of like the treasure carps. And they run away if they see you. And if they get too far away from you, they despawn. And there's one down here. shit. So the problem with the rally system is that a lot of times, if you're trying to rally, you take more damage. So there's a monster down here that's got a crystal on it, and we've got to kill it very quickly without getting killed by this guy. This guy. And it's just going to be so hard to get it before it despawns. Got it. Oh, I have to loot it? No! I didn't realize I had to loot it. In other Souls games, when you kill one of those crystal guys, you just get the item. That's pretty funny. Let's go try to get it again. It's so funny, we don't actually even need this item. We've got plenty of these. But I just want it because it's there. I want everything. As usual. I don't want to miss anything. I was a little bit frustrated last night with the blood vial system, but I'm over it now. The truth is that I don't know if we lost the item. I imagine because we didn't claim it, that guy will respawn. It's not like it matters. The item that this guy drops is he drops these. Where are they? He drops bloodstone shards, which are it's the same as like titanite shards or whatever in any other game, where we just use it to upgrade our weapon. And we have a bunch of them, and they're also farmable. Like, there's places in the game we'll be able to farm them, but I just want to get it if I can, because I'm a masochist. But yeah, I was a little frustrated last night, and then I started to think, I think the way to think about the blood vial system, right? Hello, I'm good. Uh-oh. So, I think the right way to think about the blood vials is, we've been spamming blood vials because there's 20, you can carry 20 at a time, right? I'm from Los Angeles. Well, I'm from Texas, actually. But I live in Los Angeles. Oh, watch your stamina. Oh! See, I was trying to rally. I got greedy. Uh-oh. Give my souls back! I don't know what it is about Bloodborne, but it seems like in Bloodborne enemies they like hang on like one hit point. It feels like I've killed them all the time and they're still alive. Anyway. Oh, cool. I'm from San Antonio originally. Long time ago, though. I lived there until I was 18, and then I moved to Chicago, and I lived all over the place. I'm actually from the hill country. I grew up in the country. Let's go get this guy and try not to die doing it. Will he respawn, I think, is the question, because we didn't loot it. Hey, he's here. Uh-oh. Okay. Ah! No! Let me loot it! Let me loot it! No! Let me loot it! I don't stream every day, but I'm actually going to start streaming more. And right now. I just ordered some stuff so I could set up my stream with a camera, because I haven't been streaming very much. Ow! Okay, got it. Oh, twin bloodstone shards. Actually, I don't think we can farm those yet. I like to play games in my living room. I don't like to sit at my computer. And so I hadn't been really streaming all that much because I just play from my PlayStation. But I just got set up. I think I'm going to stream from my living room and play a little more. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about doing a Dark Souls run where I play every Dark Souls game. I feel like I curse too much. I don't want to curse so much. Or as we say in Texas, too much cussing. And I'm thinking about doing it. When I stream, I just stream till I go to bed usually. if it's something like this where I'm just hanging out. I don't really have a system for it. I'm thinking about doing it more because I have a YouTube channel for books, and I'm thinking about maybe streaming a little more, making stuff for the YouTube channel. There's dogs down here. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose my souls down here. No, I think I'm okay. I mean, yeah, it'd be neat to see it, but I don't think I need it. I guess after all that farming, we might as well go level up. Oh, so Julie, what I was saying is, Julia, I think it's probably cool, but I'm on the PlayStation. I actually can't see anything that you send me. I just get chat pop-ups. I can't click anything, or there's no links. Like, I'm not on a computer at all. I just get the chat pop-up on the PlayStation. So, Julie, what I was saying is, like, I've been thinking about the blood echoes, not the blood echoes. I've been thinking about the blood vials wrong. Because I think having 20 blood vials is misleading. Because with 20 blood vials, you play really sloppily. You're like, oh, I'll just use 100 vials every time I fight anything. Who cares? See how that guy was hung at like 1 hit point? But the truth is that in a different Souls game, we wouldn't have 20 vials. We'd have 5. Right? We'd have 5 flasks. Because that's what we always limit ourselves to. And so I understand why there's 20, because the areas are so extended and you're folding all around on yourself. But if you're using 20, you're not playing very well. Like, we should be able to beat this game with 5 vials, not with 20. And so, if I'm running out of vials, I'm doing badly. That's the real problem. It's not a problem with the design of the game. Not using a gun is definitely going to make things harder. Yeah, and if you're using 20 vials, that's bad. I think the only time you should be using 20 vials is like when you're first clearing an area. I think when you're first clearing an area, you can, and you're using the vials to help yourself stay out longer, right? That makes sense. But if you're fighting a boss and you're using 20 vials every time you do it, like you're not doing it very well. So I think it was around here. There's another one of those. Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. Out here somewhere, there's another one of those fucking... Oh, see how it has to start over. So, I'm trying to curse less. I was thinking I might do a Dark Souls run where I play every Dark Souls game, and then if I curse, I have to start all the way over again. And just play every game in a random order. Like play Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, and if I accidentally curse, start it over again at the first game. Alright. How do I get back to... It's okay, Julia. I think I'm okay. I bet you're really good, though. But I work in video games. I worked at Riot for a long time. And, you know, I have a lot of friends who are designers, and they can just make me stuff if I need it. But I appreciate you coming by, and I wish you luck. I think I curse a lot. I actually got an email today from a recruiter from EA about a job at Apex Legends, but I think I'm still enjoying my time off.
Very well. Let me stand close.
Okay, I'm going to look something up real quick, Julie. I want to know when fastest... What's the fastest way to get the Ludwig's Holy Blade? There's a beast. There's a mini boss that we have to fight. Also, just as a heads up, my intention is to keep playing Bloodborne, but I also did some mushrooms like an hour ago. And so, usually it's pretty mellow, but I may end up pausing if I start to fly off a cliff. But just a little one. Okay, I'll be right back though. I gotta go to the bathroom. So, in order to get the sword that we want, there's an optional boss that we have to kill. And what I'm curious about is if we can get to him now? If it messes up any quests. Let me see. I just don't want to break any quests. That's all. I actually don't know. I think it's
Farewell,
fine.
good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Just trying to figure out how to get there. Whatever. I mean, we could just fight the boss that we're at. So if we do it this way, we'll fight this boss, and then we'll work our way. It depends, Julie. Like, it depends on how much you take and what kind they are. I mean, if they're strong and you take a few of them, you can kind of trip out, hallucinate a little bit. But for me, it just feels very calm. But I don't take very much. I don't do it very often either. It's just today feels kind of chill. Although it might affect my reaction speed. I guess we'll find out. Can I hide here? I want to look at something. Yeah, okay. So, there's something worth noting in the story, which is that the surface level story... The surface level story of this game is very obvious. There's like werewolves and this thing called the hunt, and everybody's going crazy and turning into wolves. Like, that's... We understand that. But there's something else going on here. There's something like deeper than that. And I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. Let's go figure out this boss. Whoa. Where'd the big guy go? Ow, I knew he was gonna get me. I knew it. Great start. I should just let him kill me so I can... Like... It's a lot easier to just let something kill you so you respawn at the bonfire than it is to, like, run back to the bonfire, teleport back to the other place, teleport back here. Might as well just die. It's not like souls are hard to get. Anyway. Something's going on. So, everybody's out for the hunt. Everybody's gone crazy. We kind of know that. People are turning into werewolves. We know that. That's why all the, you know, coffins are locked closed and everybody's all covered in fur. Like, we kind of understand the basic gist of the, this guy's got my souls. Give him up. Ow, ow, uh-oh. I can't see. Dude, this game, more than any other Souls game I have ever played, this game's got a real issue with you get stuck on stuff constantly in this game. I'm always getting stuck on like a statue or it feels very claustrophobic. Everything's so tight. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, there's something else going on that's deeper than this, like, werewolf story. You know? And the reason that we know that is that, first of all, it's a From game, so we know there's more to the story than the obvious thing. But there's also, like, all these hints laying around. There's, like, these statues of like priests and hooded figures or whatever, and those don't have anything to do with hunting werewolves or like all these weird statues. Like they oh my god. Am I ever gonna make it to this boss without getting smacked? Like, see these statues? They're reacting to something. They're not like reacting to werewolves. Man, of all the Souls games, I feel like this is the one where I'm spending the... Jesus Christ. I feel like this is the one where I've constantly got something in my way. But, like, those statues are there for a reason, right? And they don't have anything to do with werewolves and a hunt. So there's definitely some other shit going on here. There's also something unique. So we know that in this world there's like beasts, people turn into beasts, and there's a hunt. But there's something weird going on tonight because for some reason everyone's gone crazy and everyone's turning into a monster, which is like, we can assume not normally what happens on a hunt night. And guy, is he gassed up? Are my souls over here or do I gotta kill somebody? Not like it matters. Since we're gonna lose him anyway. Can I make it to this boss without getting hit by anybody? God damn it. Are you serious? The attacks are like really fast in Bloodborne. Everything's a little faster. Okay. Here we go. Surely we can run to a boss. Surely I could run to a boss without getting hit. Done it 1,000,000 times. I've done it 1,000,000 times. Nope. Rat fucker. Not even gonna worry about my souls. Just gonna open the door. Go check the boss out. And I assume this guy's not gonna follow me. Alright, Jesus Christ. A lot of blood on these stairs. See, these guys, these sculptures, these guys look like, earlier, there's one enemy that we met that looks like this. It's got like a tentacle face. But this is very different from werewolves, you know? And also, it's clear that they're not... Well, it's not clear, but they may not be a bad thing in this world, because why would you build statues of them? It's like some kind of gods people worship. Okay. Let's get our ass fucking blasted a few times. 5 flask limit. No reason to waste flasks learning a fight. Yeah, I guess there's only music in boss fights. I'm trying to find the remote controls. I can't find the remote. I want to turn the volume up. There it is. She seems pretty slow on first glance. Shouldn't be too bad. She's much slower than that hunter that we fought with the infinite round shotgun. One of the most annoying enemies I've ever seen in a Souls game, actually. Run right by. Sometimes that guy hits me. Sometimes he gets a good swing in. These guys are easy enough to run by because they just point at you when you walk by. Yeah, once we beat this boss, we'll have to take a look at this church. And, maybe see what we can discover in it. I'm gonna beat your ass. Believe it. Yeah. Think this is my first rodeo? Kinda hard to see with her, like, fur. And this is that shit that Sekiro is missing. Like, this is good. No, this is a real boss. I think I want to stay to her side. Like, if I'm behind her, I can't really see what she's doing because of all the fur. Ow! Alright. Let's get it. Oh, camera. Uh-oh. Now it's too loud. Oh shit, she caught me with that one. Oh, ow. Now it's too loud. The rally thing is kind of hard to do with a slow weapon. It falls off so quickly, it's kind of hard to get the health back. I wonder how many blood vials we have. I really don't know how many I farmed up. She doesn't seem so hard, though. I wonder if every boss in this game is going to be me looking at a giant mass that I can't see anything in. Whoa! That wind-up was already cooked. That's crazy. Guy's fucking feeling himself. Well, hang on a second. Where are my dogs? Oh, my dog walker left them in the yard. We have 20 vials right now, but I don't know how many we have total. Because the extra ones would be in storage. Okay, we're just outside. Okay, I guess it's not a bad system because, like, if we need to go farm vials, we'll also get souls, and we can use them to level up. Ow. Okay. Take it easy. Oh, she's got a backstep maneuver. Good to know. Gotta keep an eye on our stamina, too. Oh, ouchies. The wind up on that ability is a little bit hard to read. Oh, that actually comes all the way over here, huh? Good to know. Ow. Oh. What's that? Yeah, now we're talking. Now we got something to do. Blurly? I gotta say, it's kind of hard to see what she's doing with all the fur blowing around everywhere. You didn't miss anything. Just getting my ass beat. This is like one of the classic examples of how a lot of times in Souls games, the early bosses are the hardest ones because you don't do very much damage and you don't have very much health. So like, she can kill us in 2 hits. We're gonna have to hit her 1,000,000 times, right? The other thing that's kind of hard is there's pretty much, it's kind of hard to see what she's doing, but there's some pretty significant input lag on the roll. It's like almost half a second. Like, which has always been a problem in Souls games, but the thing that makes her hard is that she hits so hard, and she's hard to track. Like, see, that's 2/3 of our health. Like, she hit us one time, and it was like 80% of our health. That ability's tricky to dodge too because it has a delay on it. She like drags her hand. Let's go try the other boss. We'll go clear the other area, and I'll upgrade the axe a little bit, and we'll try the other boss. Because we can go either way. She's not that hard, it's just a little bit hard to see what she's doing, and if she hits you, it's like pretty big. But I think we can do these in either order, so let's try this. Oh, actually, first, here, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to grab a snack. This is going to take a second. We have to wait for a little bit, but you'll see. It's pretty funny, there's this whole intro cinematic that they don't show you when you start the game. And doesn't start when you open the game. It only starts if you just sit on the screen for 2 minutes. But so, like, here's the deal. This is where we're hanging out. And we know there's like weird werewolf stuff going on. People are out for the hunt. Everybody's gone crazy. They're all just killing each other. But there's more to it. That's us. We're out on the hunt. But so this is the surface level, right? But check this out. We've heard a lot about these tombs or like labyrinths. There's something going on like underneath this place that's more than this werewolf story. I think this is the church that we're in right now, or it looks very familiar to the church that we're in right now. See, now I've only got 18 blood vials. Starting to run out. Well, we dropped by an item just now. We'll have to get it next time we respawn. This is old Yarnum. This is like the place that must have burned down or suffered some kind of tragedy. It's kind of like under everything. Ought to be some new bad guys around here. He's somewhere down here. We're not going to kill the other boss. I'm just going to clear to the other boss, and then I'm going to go upgrade my axe.
Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm, though. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
Okay. Whatever you say. Nice. Ah! Let's see, what are we looking at here? Everything's so creepy in this game. Oop. Straight out of the mist, huh? Yeah, we'll just unlock this area, find the path to the boss here, and then we can go put some upgrades on our axe. Get a little more damage. Also, by clearing this area, we'll also just farm a lot of... we'll find a lot of blood vials. Always stuff hidden all over the place. Okay, let's see what we got.
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless, half cut with blood, as most hunters are.
Okay. That ain't the sun. That's the moon. What? Is it the sun? I guess the sun's going down. I'm having a snack. Yeah, we're getting some blood vials, finding some stuff.
Which?
Ah! Oh, fuck. Ah! Everything's gotta be a jump scare. The cool thing is we can use our vials. The fuck? What the fuck? Bro, what? Hmm. Pretty crazy. Everything's a fucking jump scare in this game. Every corner's got somebody hiding around it. The fuck? The nice thing is, like, with our blood vials, we can use, if we kill a monster and it's got loot, and we know that monster drops blood vials, we can use one. Because we can only carry 20, right? So, like, if we have 20, we can use one, and then we'll pick one up. Yeah, that guy came through the wall. Can this guy see me again? Fuck me. Are you fucking kidding me? That's annoying. See if there's any guys. Yeah. Can I swing? Get a swing off, boys. These guys don't do very much damage, so it's like kind of fine for them to hit me. Because I get it back when I hit them. Let's just run around until we've got all these guys aggroed. I don't want to get shot by a machine gun. Oh, that one actually connected. Ow. We do get our health back, but we have to hit the enemy quickly. Otherwise we lose it. Now they're not dropping blood vials anymore. Fuck is this guy? We only hit... If an enemy hits us, we can get our health back by hitting them for a very limited time. It doesn't work just by hitting people. Where's the other one? Come on, stupid. I'm not gonna fight you with a machine gun shooting at me. Hello? Come on. Use your brain. Come over here. Thank you. Ow. Okay, I think we found all the stuff there is to find here. Stop shooting at me! Is there anything to loot here? Ah! Oh shit. Oh shit. It's one of these guys. Oh, sir. Not fighting that guy right now. Go away! Ow! Ah! I need this guy to despawn and reset and stop chasing me. It's the same guy that we fought last night. Go away! Go away. Unless you're bugged, and then stay. I mean, I don't hate that. If he's just... He walked too far and now he's broken. That's perfect with me. I'm happy to cheese these guys anytime I can. I'm certainly not going to get shot 800 times trying to fight him. Fuck you. Good, I hope he stays bugged. See how he's got no health left? I feel like it's really common in Bloodborne for enemies to keep a fraction of their health at the very end. Fuck you. I guess I could try to see if there's anything to loot in this area that he was guarding. Ah! Sick. Machine gun and crows. This is awesome. I'm having a blast. Okay. Let's all calm down a little bit. Oh, there's another crow. Damn it. Are you kidding me? What was that guy guarding? He was just hanging out over here? Oh, there's a ladder.